Hello, what's up? What's good? How are y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Damn, she deep, okay? And it's me, Daisha, and I am back with another video to discuss the new moon in Aquarius. Okay, but before we get into the new moon in Aquarius vibes, I definitely want to recap on the full moon in Cancer. We just had now about 2 weeks ago. How was that for y'all? Temperature check. How y'all doing? It was a doozy. It was a lot. It was a lot. It was emotional. I was very tender, very sensitive. But I feel like a lot of my work with that full moon was really me validating a lot of feelings that I didn't allow myself to have or experience for whatever reason. So it was like a lot of rage for me in some ways, a lot of anger that I was validating for my inner child. It was good. It was good, but it was definitely very emotional. I cried a lot. I was very, very sensitive, and just shout out to everybody who was around me and giving me grace because it was a lot. It was a lot. But all of it was for my highest good. All of it was for my healing. I definitely had some people reach out and tell me that they also felt called to like work with their ancestors in new ways and just show respect and reverence to their ancestors. So that also came up in my community and my circle. So the vibes of the full moon in Cancer were definitely vibing. It was a lot. It was a lot again for me to deal with, but we made it to the other side. I feel very proud of myself for allowing myself to experience my sacred rage and my sacred anger and really do what I needed to do for myself, especially as I'm in this season of becoming a recovering people pleaser and allowing myself to not only intellectualize my feelings but feel them. So it was very healing, okay? But it was deep, okay? So anyways, we are here to discuss the new moon in Aquarius. We have the new moon in Aquarius, also being referred to as the wolf moon, happening at 10 degrees Aquarius. So anytime that we have a new moon, the moon and the sun will be conjunct. You can only be conjunct in the same time at the same degree. So we are experiencing the wolf moon, the new moon in Aquarius at 10 degrees Aquarius. And also we got Pluto in Aquarius. We got Mercury in Aquarius as well. So we got like stellium vibes going on in Aquarius energy. So it's a lot of, I don't want to say maybe like weird things going on, because maybe it's not weird things going on, but it could be a lot of weird things, chaotic things, a lot of things kind of, I don't want to say happening out of nowhere, but just unexpected things. That's kind of the perfect word. Expect the unexpected when we got all these planets in Aquarius. So I don't know how you prepare to expect the unexpected, but just keep that in mind. I have some notes that I wrote down, so I kind of want to refer to those things. But to me, I feel like now that we are approaching, today I'm recording this on Monday, January 28th, and the new moon is tomorrow. I don't know if I said that, but it is January 29th at 10 degrees. And it's going to be happening at 6:35 Central Standard Time. So adjust for wherever you is on the planet, because baby, we worldwide on Damn She Deep, okay? In Jesus' name. But for me, with this new moon in Aquarius, it is feeling like the new year is finally started. I feel like I'm gaining momentum. I feel like I've been able to hold myself accountable in my rituals and some of the goals that I set for myself. So to me, it's like the energy is unthawing, for lack of a better word. And even though we are still in this long ass month of January, and we're also still in winter, it feels like we're getting closer to spring, and we're not so in the darkness and the coldness of winter. And now I'm sure it's cold. I mean, it's cold here. I'm in Dallas, but it's cold here, but it just doesn't feel as like deep, dark, heavy grief as it does. Like I feel like, okay, the day's getting a little bit longer, the temperature rising just a little bit. It's starting to feel like we can finally be like, okay, happy new year, happy 2025. And we are actually like in the vibes. And we know astrologically the new year starts in March, but for vibe and energy purposes, it feels like we're gaining momentum with this new moon in Aquarius. So any goals that you weren't necessarily ready to like start and prioritize at the beginning of the year, like January 1, now is a good time, especially as we kind of inching into February. Now is a good time to really kind of drill down on those things, hold ourselves accountable, really identify the things that are also holding us back, and address those barriers, because the energy is now supportive of that. So checking in the comments if you also feeling like you moving things forward finally. The beginning of the year was definitely a little rocky for me in terms of like holding myself accountable, being on my intentions for the new year or New Year's resolutions or my goals, like whatever you want to call it. But now we cooking with grease. We cooking with grease. Things are good. Okay. So what else? This is also our first new moon. This is our first new moon, and I also want to say this is the Chinese Lunar New Year. So this is the year of the snake. It's the wood snake. So yes, a lot of things happening astrologically, cosmically, globally with this new moon. And that also kind of brings me back to my point that I was initially about to make. This is our first new moon after the inauguration. So how y'all doing? How are y'all doing since the inauguration? I know a lot of people are afraid, angry, upset, a lot of things. People are feeling a lot of things, and all those feelings are valid for sure. And please feel everything that it is that you need to feel. But I also feel like the Trump administration, I hope my video don't get flagged because I said that, but the people who are in that White House right now, I feel like they capitalize off of fear. And these things that are happening are very, 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 very real, but we can't let the fear of it all control us. And this is also what the Aquarius full moon is about. It's really about us leaning into community. What can we do for our community? How can we protect our community and our loved ones? We can't really rely on the government to protect us. They're not looking to, I don't really know the function of the government right now, because it's not to protect us, look out for us, or it doesn't feel like that. And the universe is giving us an invitation to really come together, show up in community, let the people around us, know the skills that we have, the services that we can offer, how we can help and look out for one another. This is really the time to come together, okay? Aquarius rules friendships, social groups, connection, things like that. So it's really community. So humanity is really a time for us to come together to see how our own individual gifts can serve our community, our collective, our neighbors, our family members, our loved ones, all of that. So the new moon in Aquarius is allowing us to, the word isn't really take up space. It's really inviting us to honor what we come to this world to bring, and show up for ourselves and show up for everybody else, because times is hard and it's only gonna get harder, and people is scared. And I hate to say it, but I feel like it's only gonna get scarier, so we really need to look out for one another. We really need to see how we can help one another, how we can look out for one another, how we can protect one another, so on and so forth. So with the Aquarius full moon, think about that. Like, how can I show up for my community? How can I empower myself? How can I empower my loved ones to not be psyoped by the government? And when I mean psyop, I mean like, how the government have you living in fear, being brainwashed, whatever it is, however that can manifest for you. Not letting the government control your mind, okay? And remembering that you still have options, even if the world is looking bleak. You can still create change. The Aquarius full moon or new moon is about us honoring our power. So what else? So also, yeah, what are other ways this can manifest, or what you can do? You can get involved locally in your government, and again, and that's one way. You can get involved in your government. You can create safe spaces for people who are marginalized. But just think about what gifts, what services, what goods do you have to offer the collective. That would be, you can teach people how to garden. You might have your own farm or garden, and you can sell your goods, or barter services and barter goods to help everybody, to help fill in these gaps, because it's gonna be a lot of gaps. It's crazy things happening, y'all. So what else? And also, I think it's important for everybody to look in their chart and see where Aquarius is at, because that is where the new moon is going to personally affect you the most. So yeah, there's that. And when we got all these planets in Aquarius, and I'm Aquarius rising, by the way, so this is one of my favorite moons to work with. It's all about detachment. Detachment. You have to detach the everything that's happening in the news, and with this new situation in the White House. Like, all of that is meant to rile us up, and you know, people should be riled up, rightfully so. But again, you have to detach from certain things. You can't let I don't want to say you can't, because you can, but you have to really find a way to remain empowered when times are so bleak. And detachment is a strategy. It may not be the strategy for you, but it is a strategy for a lot of people, especially Aquarius. When things are going wonky and we don't have control over a lot of it, sometimes the best outcome is to detach. Sometimes you got to prioritize your own mental health. And I think it's also important to remember, it's more than one way to be revolutionary. Like, maybe you're not on the front lines, maybe you praying for the collective, maybe you sending healing vibes to the collective, and healing energy and protection and white light and all the things. But whatever it is, do what you can, but detach when possible from the matrix, because it's trying to control your mind. And I hate to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but that's just the Aquarius in me. Anyways, also Aquarius rules our community, friendship groups, and organizations that we belong to. So I think it's important to figure out, like, how do I want to show up for my community? How do I want to show up in the world? And really thinking about it, but not thinking too deep about it, because Aquarius wants you to be you. You are enough. It's okay that you're weird. It's okay that you're a little socially awkward. It's okay that you do things differently. It's okay that you're loud, or you're quiet, or you're introverted. But whatever it is, Aquarius, this new moon in Aquarius wants you to know that you are enough, and whatever it is that you have to offer is what the world needs, what humanity needs, what the collective needs. So you got to stop getting out of your own way. You got to release the self-judgment. You got to release that I'm not good enough, or I gotta learn one more thing, or I need this validation from this person or that person. You gotta release all of that and just show up in the world and do you, be you, trust yourself. God didn't make no mistakes. Okay? So new moon in Aquarius wants you to allow your freak flag to fly, because you are going to attract like-minded people. You know, your vibe. Sorry, that was disgusting. But your vibe attracts your tribe. And if you out here watering yourself down, pretending like you're not who you are, pretending to be somebody else, you're not engaging in relationships in an authentic way. And you're also not going to be able to find the people who are looking for you, the people who are the people who you are meant to serve or pour into, or whatever it is. So yeah. The new moon in Aquarius wants you to be you. And also, when we think about like who we are and how we want to show up in our relationships, I think it's also important with this new moon in Aquarius, especially since we've moved throughout the Libra and Aries nodal shift, is for you to be It's like literally okay for you to be authentic in relationships. It's literally okay for you to speak your mind in relationships. You absolutely need to do that. We're releasing people pleasing and codependency and biting our tongue and all of that. So the new moon in Aquarius is giving you literal permission to release all of that and show up in the world as you are. It's okay to have conflict. Long-term healthy relationships do have some level of conflict, and it's all about how the parties involved engage in repair that is going to make the difference. So let's not run away from being authentic, speaking our truth, ruffling feathers, because it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. We want people to engage with us because they want to engage with us, not because we stroking their ego, not because we don't hold them accountable, not because we tell them whatever they want to hear, so on and so forth. We're not in the business no more of self-betrayal for the sake of connection. So and what else? Also, now is a good time because Aquarius rules our friendships, social groups, organizations, things like that. It's really a good time to put yourself out there. I have put myself out there for sure to engage with some people that I haven't seen in a while, so I'm super excited about that. But I also recently joined a social club to meet like-minded women in the DFW area, so I'm super excited about that. But just, put yourself out there to meet new people, do new things. That's what this moon is about. But also remembering, if you haven't been able to make friends or accomplish certain goals or move in certain circles, let's think about why. Let's think about why. What's not in alignment, and no, this is not a full moon where we're worried about, releasing and barriers and things like that. But with the Aquarius full moon, I think it's important for you to remember that everybody cannot go where you're going. Everybody also does not have the same calling that you have. So if you was called to do X, Y, and Z, and you trying to get everybody on the bandwagon, but things are not coming together, things are not manifesting, that could be a sign that everybody can't go. Your calling was not a conference call, baby. So make sure you think about that. Also, Aquarius rules intellect and innovation. So it's really a good time to learn new skills or find new ways, and new ways and more efficient ways to do things. Now is a really good time to kind of be in that realm. Also, Aquarius rules technology. And I think it's a really good time to get super familiar with AI. Now, I know people be scared of AI, but AI ain't really going nowhere. Okay, so think about AI. Think about how it can make either your work easier. Maybe you have a business. How can you implement AI to make your systems and structures better? How can you just implement AI in your life to serve you? We need to find ways to work with AI instead of being so terrified about it, because again, AI isn't going anywhere. Technology is the future. We are advancing, and you just want to make sure you want to lead an edge, and also making sure that these tools, because really that's all it is a tool to figure out how it can benefit you. But play around with AI, get in ChatGPT. I think it's another one called Perplexity. I think it's another one called Deep Seat. I think working with Canva, Gemini, Alexa, like all the things. There's so many different AIs to work with, but the energy is supporting that. AI ain't going nowhere, so it might be a good time to go ahead and get comfortable with it, okay? But what else? Also in the tarot, Aquarius, Aquarius is ruled by the star, or the star card in the tarot is about Aquarius, is represented through Aquarius. It's time to be seen. Allow yourself to be seen. It's no more behind the scene vibes, okay? In whatever ways you not taking space, the universe is like, time's up on that. Allow yourself to be seen, and also allow yourself to be seen in progress. Give yourself grace. Everything does not have to be perfect. Start where you are. But humanity, the collective, needs whatever you have to offer. So give it. Stop judging yourself. And yeah, I think that's a good place. You know, I feel like I done said everything I need to say. Also, we have a trine with Jupiter. I don't remember what sign Jupiter is in right now. It might be in Gemini. It might be in Gemini. But I'm not sure. But either way, we have Jupiter trining the new moon in Aquarius. So Jupiter is also supporting us to grow spiritually, supporting us in our communication, our learning, and things like that. So it's a lot of Aquarian energy, so you can expect the unexpected, but also Jupiter is there giving us a little support, cushion, if you will. So yeah. So yeah, those are my notes for the new moon in Aquarius. If you want to work with the moon, this is a great moon to Aquarius is an air sign, so it's very like mental. It's cerebral is really the word that I was looking for. So this is a good moon to write a petition to the universe, do some journaling, also doing a vision board. I've been feeling very called to do a vision board, so that is how I am planning to work with the new moon. And also I'm also going to take a spiritual bath, just because I always take spiritual baths with the new moon and the full moon. So this is also a good time to take a spiritual bath if you're feeling called. Some of the elements or some of the things that I'm going to work with in this with this moon and with my spiritual bath, I'm going to obviously have like water, but I'm going to add coconut milk. What else? I'm going to add some of my ouds and add them to my water and just set intentions. I'm really trying to, with me being an Aquarius rising, work on my ability to put myself out in the world, allow myself to be seen. So I'm really like manifesting confidence and releasing like second guessing and overthinking and things like that. So I'm also going to add some of my I have like a self-love concoction that I got from a Botanica a while ago, so I'm gonna use that. And yeah, that's the vibes for the Aquarius new moon. I feel like this video was a little chaotic, but it's okay because it's a new moon in Aquarius, and that's just the energy and the vibe. So anyways, happy manifesting. Shout out to Moon Magic. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, do all the things for your girl, and I will see y'all next time at the full moon in Leo. Okay, see y'all next time. Bye.